Hello, welcome back to the Mindset Mentor Podcast with Anusong. I am your host. Today we'll be talking about principles of life, okay? Understanding the principles of life has got to be one of the biggest form of wisdom, okay? Now, in life, you hear a lot of people talk about principles of life. If you do not understand life principles, you might really suffer in this world. You hear a lot of pastors talk about life principles, and you hear motivational speakers talk about life principles. And a lot of us take it very lightly. In life, everything works with principles, okay? That is why you see that when you throw something up, it comes down, okay? It's because life works with principles. There's nothing you can do. I doubt if there is anything that can make you suspend something up. Whatever you throw up must come down, right? And so that happens to be principle. In this world, we have a lot of principles, okay? We have the principles of cause and effect. We have the principles of process. We have the principles of value. We have the principles of season, the principles of what, the principles of pain, the principles of mindset, the principles of relationship, the principles of gratitude, the principles of consistency, and so on. There are so many principles, okay? And today we'll be looking at, some of these principles, right? Let's look at the principles of cause and effect. Nothing just happens in this world, okay? Every result is a seed that, you once planted, okay? That is the principles of cause and effect. Now, every result is the seed of what you have planted. Every result is the seed of what you have planted. And that's why you hear people say, whatever way you make your bed, so you shall lie on it, okay? That's the principles of cause and effect, okay? You cannot sow pawpaw and then you reap bitter cola. When you sow pawpaw, you get to reap pawpaw. That's the principles of cause and effect. It's very important for you to know that whatever decision that you make today, it comes with consequences, okay? It's either you're making a good decision or you are making a bad decision, right? And, if you make a good decision, it might help your life move from one level to the next. And if you make a bad decision, it might relegate you to the back. But whatever decision that you make today, there must be a result of that decision in future, right? That is the principles of cause and effect, okay? Now, we have the principles of the mindset. It works like a miracle. When you hear a lot of people talk about your mindset determines your destination, a lot of people think that is just something that, people use, okay? Yes, it does determine your destination. If your mindset is that mindset that says, okay, for instance, I am going to stay here because I will never grow beyond where I am today. That is your mindset. You have a locked mindset. If your mindset is that mindset that says, I am not going to learn because I know everything already. Now you have a locked mindset. What that means is that you have locked yourself. You have caged yourself in that place where you cannot move forward. That's why you see a lot of women are just in a place where they are like in a merry-go-round situation. They do not move. And men same, because they have a locked mindset. Now, if your mindset is that mindset that says that I have to learn, I have to grow, and I have to keep learning, I will learn and unlearn and continue to learn. Now, you have a growth mindset. What does that tell you? That means that you will grow, because as you learn, you get to expand your horizon and you begin to see things differently. You develop yourself mentally and otherwise. That is the principle of a mindset. Now, if you have a locked mindset, what that means is that you're going to be here for a very long time. If you have an open mindset, it means that you will move and you will grow, because you open an open mindset means you are welcoming growth into your life. And an open mindset means you are ready to learn and continue to grow while learning. Okay, that's the principles of a mindset. Now, as an individual, what do you think about the principles of life? What do you know about the principles of life? Are you that person that thinks that things just happen because they have to happen? You just live your life. Your life is open-ended. Anything can come in, anything can go out, and all of that. Are you that person? Then if you're that person who does not believe in the principles of life, what that means is that you're going to struggle for a very, very long time. You need to understand the principles of life, because that happens to be one of the biggest form of wisdom that you could ever have. This is the Mindset Mentor podcast with Anna Song. I am your host, and if you're meeting me